Hello investors and future investors, welcome to the channel. For today's video we're going to be doing live trading. I'm going to show you how you could trade options and make consistent income even if you're trading with a small account portfolio. I'm going to go ahead and show you that live. So if you're new to options trading or you're trying to use options in order to make some additional income to supplement your 9 to 5, then you so happen to stumble onto the right video. Welcome to Investment Gains. Let's jump right into it. Welcome back, investors and future investors. My name is Tim, and on this channel, I show you how I use my portfolio in order to make consistent income. For today's video, we're going to be doing another live trade, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to do these option strategies, and quite frankly, how you could use even a small account portfolio to make consistent income. Now, you guys know how we do it. We like to go ahead and get down and dirty with options. Now, before we go ahead and do the live trade, I'm just going to give you an update of the video we did last week with the live trade. And as you guys saw from the last video, that trade was a put credit spread on the trade desk, which is TTD. Now, I did the $74 put, and right now the stock is trading at around $85.21. Let's go ahead and go down to see if we're up or we're down on the trade. So as you can see here, this is all information here, and I'm just going to give you a quick walkthrough of what's happening here. So the expiration date of this trade is going to be 8/15. So I have a lot of time in order for this to expire. I did go ahead and do a monthly expiration date with this. The amount of money I received as soon as I did this option strategy was $33. I did only one contract, as you can see here. It says one, and the date I actually opened up this contract was the video for last week, which was July 22nd. So it's only a couple of days in, and I'm showing you the results before we go ahead and do another live trade right in front of you guys. Now, the current price right now is going to be 0.24 or $24 for this option. Now, today's return, now the stock market is open, so you're going to see a better fluctuation. Today's return so far is just $4 or representative of a 14% gain. And the total overall return of having this option open for the last week is going to be $9 or 27%. Now, I was up on this trade about 75% and even higher, but I did not go ahead and close because I did promise you guys, not only am I going to show you how to open these option strategies and make consistent income, I promise you guys I'm going to show you how to exit these options as well. So here I am up 27%. Now, I'm not going to close this trade today, but if I were going to close this trade today, I'm going to go ahead and show you what I would do. If you are trading with the Robinhood platform, it's quite simple. Once you pull up your original option, which is this one right here, Robinhood is going to give you the option right here in order for you to go ahead and close. You simply go to review order and you proceed to close it. Now, if you work on 9 to 5 and you're not able to monitor the market on a regular basis, all you do, you go into your limit price right here, you enter whatever amount you want to close off the option with. So for instance, let's say I only want to pay back $10 to close this contract. I received $33 and my gain is going to be $23. So I'm going to go in here and put 0.1, and that's it. Then I'm going to go down here to time in force and I'm going to hit good till cancel. What this is going to do is that whenever this contract is worth $10, Robinhood is going to go ahead and execute this trade. So they're going to charge me $10 to close the trade. So I'm going to have to pay back $10 of the $33 that I got as soon as I did the option strategy, leaving me with an investment gain of $23. $23, remember my collateral was $100, so I would have a 23% gain. So hopefully you guys understand that. Now let's go ahead to our live trade for today. Our live trade for today, we're going to be using none other than CRWV, and that ticker is going to be CRWV. Now, a word of caution, CRWV is just got listed on the stock exchange and is still very speculative. There isn't much information on this stock to go on, but I'm just going to use it for the purposes of this video. So we're going to go down now to the 1 week, which you see down here, in order to see how the stock is performing. And as you can see, over the past week, this stock has been down around 18%. We're going to go over now to the 1 month chart. And as you can see, it's a bit worse. It's now down about 32%. Now, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with this stock, but this stock recently got listed. And when the stock got listed, it just shot up parabolically. It just went sky high. So now it's having that huge pullback. Now, not because a stock is going down does not mean we cannot use that in order to make consistent income. And that's the basis of today's video. So let's go ahead to trade CRWV down to the bottom here to open up the options chain. So I could go ahead and show you how I would make money as the stock is going down. Now, for those of you new to options or new to the channel, all this information down here, its entirety is what's known as the option chain. What the option chain does is that it gives us enough information in order for us to go ahead and make a very informed decision before entering any option contract. Now, speaking of option contract, I always have two requirements for both my viewers and also my subscribers. Requirement number one is always going to be always make sure to do your own due diligence before entering to options trading. What may work for my portfolio, quite frankly, may not work for yours. And the second requirement, always make sure to have an exit strategy before entering the trade. That way, if the trade do decide to go against you, then at least you know how to get out of the trade. And I just showed you an exit strategy momentarily of the trade we did the previous week. Now that we have CRWV open, I'm going to go ahead to sell. I'm going to go ahead to call. I'm going to be changing my expiration date. And once again, we're going to be doing monthlies. Let's go to August 22nd to see what it's offering. Now, with the August 22nd, I would not be able to do that because as you can see, the spread is very huge. It's $5 spread. So let's go in one date and let's go to August 15, which gives us 16 days to expiration. Okay, the spread here is just $1 spread. If you guys do not understand what I mean by the spread, just go ahead and search the channel for spreads and you're going to see videos that give you a detailed walkthrough of what I'm talking about, the dollar spread and the $5 spread. Now that I have my sell and I have my call and I have chosen my expiration date, which is 2 weeks out, I'm going to go ahead and choose my strike price. In this instance, I'm going to be going with my strike price above my current share price. Now, usually I like to go for an 80% chance of profit, but this stock is showing a clear down cycle. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be reducing my chance of profit and I'm going to be going with a 71% chance of profit. So that's going to lead me to the strike price of $110. We're going to go ahead, we're going to click into the $110. This option strategy by itself is known as a covered call option strategy. However, that's not what we're going to be doing today. This is just the first leg of this two-leg option strategy. So now I'm going to go ahead and change the parameters to the top. I'm going to go now to buy. I'm going to go to call and I'm going to maintain the exact same strike date. Now I'm going to go ahead. In order to keep the video simple, all we're going to do, we're going to select the next strike price above our previous sell call. Our previous sell call was 110. So now we're just going to be going with 111. Let's go ahead. We're going to select that one as well. Now, this new option strategy is none other than the call credit spread, as you can see to the top here. If you do everything correctly, it should say call credit spread. And if it doesn't, you're doing something wrong. So just go ahead and just check it once again. Now we're going to go ahead. We're going to hit continue. And voila. If I were to do this option strategy right now on CRWV, I would be receiving $32.92, or let's just round it up to $33. And that's going to be representative of a 33% gain. And the reason why it's going to be 33% gain is because I'm going to have to leave a collateral, and the collateral I'm going to have to leave is going to be $100. Let's go ahead and hit review order right here. And there you have it. Now, let me just explain the trade to you before I go ahead. I'm going to execute this trade live right in front of you. Now, I did mention the spread just a second ago. Your spread has everything to do with the amount of collateral you will have to leave. So the spread in this instance is going to be the difference between 111 and 110. That's what your spread is. So your spread here is going to be $1. Whatever your spread is, you multiply that by 100 because each option contract contains 100 shares, and that's going to determine your options collateral. So the spread here of $1, if I go ahead and multiply that by 100, I'm going to be getting $100, and hence my collateral is going to be $100. Now, if you want to increase your spread, you simply could go up just a bit much. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the 112 right now. And you're going to see that's going to change. So my new option collateral is now going to be $200 because my spread now is a $2 wide spread. Here's the thing about increasing your spread. As you increase your spread, you are increasing your odds of the trade going in your favor. However, you are increasing your option collateral. So just be mindful of that. So it actually refreshed itself. Now in this case, although the collateral is $200, the estimated credit is just about double of what you gonna receive. It's still a bit lower, but I think it's pretty decent. So let's go ahead back to now our original contract, which was the $111 strike price, and we're gonna go ahead and execute this trade. So let's go down to edit. Let's go to review order, and we should be able to hit submit. Now, right before I hit submit, let me just go ahead and explain the trade to you. Now, as I mentioned before, this option strategy is known as the call credit spread. The call credit spread is a bearish option strategy. So that means you're of the mindset whenever you do this option strategy that the share price is either going to continue to go down, it's going to trade sideways, or even if it does decide to go up, it's not going to go up and hit the strike price that you chose on your lower end. Hence, it's a bearish option strategy. Now, how does this trade work out? Come expiration date of August 15th, all that needs to happen is that this $107 share price right here needs to maintain its price below your $110 price here. Once that happens, you get to keep your $33 right here. It's actually paying $40 right now. It's a very good trade. You're actually going to be keeping your $40 right here, and then you're going to have this $100 released back to you in order for you to go ahead and do this option strategy or another option strategy. That is a representation of a 40% gain. Now, here is the number one trick I use to make sure my win rate is extremely high. I am not going to be waiting until this entire $40 materialize. Whenever the trade is up above a 50% gain, meaning whenever I have accumulated $20 or more on this trade, I'm going to go ahead and close this trade, and I'm going to lock in my $20 investment gains. $20 is not going to look as much, but if you look at your return on investment, which is your ROI, you're going to see that's representative of a 20% gain. A 20% gain is an entirely huge gain, especially trading from the comfort of your own home. Now, if you do want to make a lot more money, and also based on the size of your portfolio, what you can do is scale. So instead of choosing one contract here, maybe you could go with two. Because if you want to make $40 on the trade, you're going to go ahead and go with two right here in contracts. And then now you're going to be getting $80. So the strategy still stands. Whenever you up 50% of your $80, that's going to be representative of $40. So if you want to make $40, then you could go ahead and do two contracts. That $40 is still going to be representative of 20%. The only difference is that now you're using two contracts instead of one. So there you have it. Let's go ahead and execute this trade. Let's go to submit. And let's see, it may take some time to fill because this is paying a very, very large amount of money. Let's go ahead to done. And as per usual, our next live trade is going to be next week. The next week video, I'm going to start off like usual. I'm going to give you an update of that trade, which I did. And then we're going to go ahead and continue doing another trade. If there's any stock you guys want me to use for next week's video in order to do a live trade, then just let me know in the comments below. Now, for those of you that made it to the end of the video, you guys are the real investors and future investors. Hopefully you guys learned how to do the call credit spread, and you guys saw exactly how it's done. And you guys could use this option strategy in order to make consistent income. Before you enter into any option contract, remember to have an exit strategy. The exit strategy I just showed you is that I'm not going to wait for the total of my 100% in my gains. Whenever I have a materialistic gain of 50%, which in this case is going to represent $20, I'm going to go ahead and close the trade, and I'm going to rinse and repeat. Now, if you guys made it this far in the video, now would be the perfect opportunity for you to go ahead and like the video if you haven't already. Remember to subscribe to the channel for more live videos like this. And most importantly, I do put this free content out there in order for me to help as many people as I can start making money with options. So if there's anyone you know out there that's struggling to grow a small account portfolio, then the right thing to do is to go ahead and share this video with them. Let's try to help as many as we can. Now, until the next video, keep pushing your investments.